Hi, TJ Gosh is here, otherwise known as Bot Guru or Lowrider TJ. And I wanted to go over a few of the common, I guess you would say, setups or scenarios or adjustments to your launcher and so forth. So, a lot of people on their computers, Chrome has, for instance, recently updated and is now version 92. And the ExBrowser plugin currently supports 91. Underneath the membership dashboard on exbrowser.net, besides your licensing information, when it expires, how many resets you've got, your download link, your key, which is all up top, it also gives you what the version is of the plugin and its download link, and it tells you what supported drivers it is. So for instance, it supports 91, Firefox 89, Portable 91 for Chrome, and Portable 89 for Firefox. You can also download the old ExBrowser command reference right here. I'm working on a new one. The tutorial series for V2 that was done by Dan can be looked at here on YouTube. HTTP tutorials, coding series. Those of you with XPath and you're currently getting licensing issues, you can go here into your dashboard, download this, replace all the files on your machine with those from this zip, and it'll get your XPath back working for you as well. And here are some additional playlists on YouTube that can help. Now, with all that said and done, I have seen some people that have had issues and have come to me and said, well, why am I getting this error and various things like that. So we're going to try and run over some of those real quick now. The first thing you do in the software, you don't use an activation command or revoke or any of that. You just use the ExBrowser set license command at the top, and actually, if possible, set it inside of an onload like this. So this way it only executes the set license command one time. So it does not have to run every time your software runs through. It only sets when the software is first brought up or the source code is first brought up, and that activates it for the rest of the time you're using the software. So this is the optimal way to set the ExBrowser set license and use it. The first thing I want to go over is with the launcher. For instance, if the launcher here runs and it comes up and it says Chrome version wrong, it should be 91 point whatever. That means the version that's installed on your computer does not match with that's supported by the plugin. So there's one very simple way we can fix that. And I'm going to remove that. And that's this use portable, which can be found over here underneath parameters. And we scroll down a little bit and go to ExBrowser options. And you will find it right here, use portable, right underneath set user agent. Now this you can set to either Chrome or Firefox. Make sure that the browser selected here for the launcher matches that you want to use for the portable. What this will do on the first time it runs is download the portable browser that this plugin already supports automatically from the S3 storage account. Now this is the same spot that all the support files are pulled from for the plugin as well. So this ensures no matter what, every time you update the ExBrowser plugin, you don't have to change this. You don't have to download anything manually yourself. We do that for you with this function to ensure that everything stays running correctly on the actual browsers that it supports. So now when I run this, it's going to bring up my browser, navigate, and do everything it's supposed to do correctly without having to further touch it. Now, I want to go and take this a step further and show you what the default launcher options are that I personally use myself in every project So let me go ahead and close this. So I am over here now, and this is just an example code I've got here where it was a Google login helper. But let me come down here to the actual launcher. So as we see here, I've got disable notifications, disable info bars experimental, use portable browser, disable safe password, and this here is a generic Chrome parameter here. Dash dash disable dash blank dash features equals automation control. Now what that does is remove the driver for being printed to the DOM of web pages, which fingerprinting services pick up on. If they're looking for a driver to be returned from that, this is going to help that. There are other flags that you could put in here. For instance, so we've got disable notifications. I would also use the regular disable info bars here, plus the experimental. So this here would be my default. This is what I would use regularly every time I start to build a bot. These are the options it gets. I may change this afterwards. I may add things to it, but I will likely never take anything away from what I've got here for options. And again, that generic Chrome parameter is right here, just so you guys can see what it is. Okay, so let me go over why websites pick up that you're using this plugin or Ubot's built-in Ceph Sharp or Chromium or any automation platform that's automating any browser that uses drivers to automate those services. So what's going on is referred to as browser fingerprinting or HTML5 calls that can be made via JavaScript or browser access points and things of that nature, or WebGPL for drawing an image to your browser to see how your browser returns the information to said website that you might be visiting. And there are actually many, many things that websites can track. Now, your first impulse might be to say, well, how do I disable WebRTC, or how can I stop them from accessing this information? Can I use an incognito mode or use a plugin to disable WebRTC? Well, yes, you could. However, by disabling it, you're also telling them you're trying to hide from them, and they might flag you anyways. The absolute best way of doing things right now for fingerprinting, and I'm talking the absolute best, would be to use multi-login. Multi-login provides browser profiles that look unique to the websites. They change a vast array of information about your browser. And then you can also use what they refer to as Stealth Fox or Stealth Chrome and things like that. And literally the only thing you would change here is, instead of using use portable here, you would remove that. And where's the multi-login stuff? Here we go. You would drop in the use multi-login. All this other stuff here could be removed because none of that is going to work when you're using a multi-login profile. So you choose the type here. Up here you choose multi-login, and you set your browser profile ID here. Click OK. Now in doing so, it will then use the browser profile for multi-login. In multi-login, follow their settings and setup and all that sort of thing. You're going to set the port to 35,000 in their settings file. What that states is that multi-login is going to run on port 35,000, and that's actually what ExBrowser uses, is that port in order to connect with the multi-login desktop software that maintains all of your profiles for you. Taking that further, you could build out various things within your programs to basically allow you to be able to control multi-login from a desktop software, making HTTP post and GET requests, which they accept with JSON statements being sent to their program to make updates to a profile. You can set the geolocations, you can set the proxies, you can set various things with multi-login. And they also have a completely automated thing where you can automatically just generate the profile, and it will automatically have randomized settings for everything that's usually pulled for a browser fingerprint. Now, I have had great success with sites that were blocking originally, and multi-login was allowing me to bypass their security checks because my browser looked legitimate when I was connecting. I wasn't blocking anything from trying to be pulled. It just had all that information randomized or limited for how much came back. The other thing I want to talk about is Google. Google is soon doing away with the less secure option on accounts. And right now we rely on that for SMTP, POP3, connecting, logging into certain accounts and things like that. Well, that's not going to be possible. So moving forward, what they're trying and wanting us to do is use APIs. That's what they want. I know Google or Ubot has in their latest version some different stuff for working with the Google API, and I think the OAuth 2 isn't working or something like that. So maybe I can talk Seth into working something out to where that gets fixed. I have no idea, or get them on par with it. But again, that's out of my control, but I can put a bug in his ear maybe to get that fixed. However, what this code shows is how to set up your launcher here with this flag here for the generic Chrome parameter, and you can add multiples of these. So you can add another one, add another one, add another one, and disable different things if you'd like, or what have you. This specific one just removes the driver from being seen from a website. What this code does is it takes our login for Google, and we go over to stackoverflow.com and log in there, which uses OAuth 2 from their website. And this seems to work on aged accounts. Brand new accounts, not so much, because I think brand new accounts don't allow less secure apps to be enabled. And I don't think Stack Overflow has updated quite yet, even though it says OAuth 2 authorization here that they're using. I don't think it's fully enabled and updated yet. So this code here is available over on my YouTube channel. I'll link to it in the description of this video. But hopefully I've helped solve and figure out a few things that you should be doing and common use cases, how I use ExBrowser and what functions I start with in the options area. I always run a cleanup before the launcher. This helps me ensure that it's cleaned up any previous ones. If I need to kill all Chrome instances, I could change this to yes, and it'll just do a kill on all Chrome or all Firefox. Again, this is just a starting point for you. This is what I use to start with. And it's a pretty solid system for most websites. Then you can go ahead and expand from it for any of your other needs. So Hopefully this has helped some people, and if you happen to have any questions, please let me know. I know we're just getting over the 15-minute mark, but I look to hear from you. Also, over here in Skype, we just got this today that someone was asking how to get rid of this notification here. And the launcher code that I've showed you here, this disable notifications, removes this from being shown. Similarly, it asks, do you want to save password in the top right corner? And the disable save password takes care of that. So that's what that is there. I think that's it for today. I do have more things planned and look forward to providing some more videos and tutorials moving forward. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you.